G'day folks, welcome back to Stalingrad 42. We are up to turn 6, so it is the 17th of July. And just to check, we have one special Soviet reinforcement, a German armour and a German infantry coming up, so I will keep that in mind as we move through this. We don't make a weather check yet. Instead, we go straight to the Axis player initial phase. They collect their air units. And did I move them back to this area here? So we have 2 air units, 1, 2. I like to put on the map, as I've said, just to keep them handy. We get 2 Axis resource points. Now, let's think about where I'm going to use these resource points. Where are my headquarters? They're off the road now, off the train tracks. I don't have many that I can really flip. So maybe I will just flip the Italians here. They are ready, and I might get a mobile supply unit. So let's get up the Axis supplies, and we'll bring that down to the south here. No, we might push it straight through the centre, through Kharkov, along this road to help with this drive. Because as I said last turn, I really need to help get more ASUs to support, I'm pointing at the screen, to support this central drive. There is one that's just moved in the area, but it won't be ready. So I'll need to get some more of these MSUs to the ASUs. Let's get the MSUs to the ASUs. I now place my Axis reinforcements. What turn did I say it was? Turn 6. So these are now ready. We have these security units. I might use those for my northern flank up here, and we'll get the Italians to group together down here in the south. So they're just kind of like kept together around their HQ, which is here. Yes, I will zoom in a moment. It's good to get a broad view on things. So resource points, SPs, reinforcements, replacements. Okay, so I said I've got 1 infantry, 1 armour. And I did lose. So that was one of my... Can I restore my elite units? Can I restore my red dot units? I haven't checked that. I'm just searching through the rulebook to see if I can. Yeah, I think I can. Looking through replacements, use for any tank panzer unit. So I could, if I can find my remnant area, here it is. This could come back on. How would it go? As one of that. So they've taken now a replacement, and I will put them at the bottom of the stack so they don't get in the way of everything else. That's my armor. I also have an infantry replacement. Let's make it these guys. So you can gain a step and you've taken replacements. There we go. It's funny that replacement markers always is a bit slow to pop up. So replacements are done. We can go straight into the Axis movement phase. And we've got now Hungarians along the northern frontier. 1, 2, 3, which frees up our infantry. Soviets got a really tough northern flank. I will clear the move marker so I can track who has moved. What can we get on here? This is defense of 7. Like, I really need to free this infantry up to swing around. Let's just we'll move these guys up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So moving those Hungarians up onto that northern flank. They will go 1, 2, 3, therefore they are disrupted because they're an ASU that moved more than one space. We will... Okay, so they've got a defense of 6, but they're in that minor city. And that minor city is going to double their defense. So do I want to try and take that city? It's a victory point, so I think I do. It also secures me that river crossing. So Soviet Tank Corps, they do not have their defense strength doubled when in a city hex. Right. So they've only got a defense of 9. Now I've got a really difficult choice here. Do I continue driving across here? Do I try and capture Voronezh and exploit out here? Soviet forces, they're tied up in around this area. Or do I reprioritize, bring these elite armor down to the south, swing them around and support this drive towards Stalingrad? I'm across the Don here. I've got a little toehold. Attacking across that major river for the units that can't get across would halve their attack strength. But they've got a defense of 9. But, of course, in a city... Look, what I might do is bring the infantry in. So they're going to attack move across that river. I'm going to bring these guys out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so I am going to pull that the armor out because they're not going to be any good against this city. They're not going to be any good against Voronezh. So I'll allocate 1, 2, 3 my infantry to this job of reducing this area. They're going to attack move just up a little bit. They will they'll attack move down, and most of these armored formations are going to keep driving south, which means I need some more infantry. 1, 2, 3 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we'll go 5. So they're in range of Svoboda, but they're not too close, such that they can be attacked. We will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We will pull back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and shift the Hungarians in there. They'll just hold there for now. And these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, this is with extended movement. So all these units get extended movement and can advance up quite rapidly. Okay, so you can see here, moving the infantry, they're going to focus on Svoboda here, and then shift up, and try and grind away Voronezh. They've got a lot here, and if it's not going to work, they can push out my northern flank. They do not want to move there. They are going to go instead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to focus all my... I keep moving my hand, pointing it across the screen. I'm going to focus all my armoured elements on this drive, as many as possible, pulling them away from this grinding battle in the north to a more opportune area, the open fields of Ukraine. Yeah. of the Donbass. Are we in the Donbass? Yeah, this is the Donbass around here, right? Just trying to figure out where we are. Okay. So, we've freed up a lot of these forces through here as well. Let's get these guys across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're disrupted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll bring these guys down so they can replenish their ammunition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an interesting security unit. Romanians here without their ammunition, without their ASU. One, two, three. Just think about what to do with these Romanians around here. Maybe I should prioritize this drive and see what I can make happen here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Threaten a crossing here. We'll just throw in a unit here to create Zoc bonds, stop the Russians crossing over. All right, now let's look at this front. They've got 7 there with an elite guards and armor. They've got 10 there with armor. They've got 10 there without armor, but guards cavalry. Problem is, it's hard to surround. I don't think I'll be able to get two hexes next to this stack here. And up in the north, they've got 10 as well. This seems to be the best place to attack. And if I can attack here and then swing down and around, puts a lot of pressure on these units. So let's try and do that with as strong a force as we can. 1, 2, we'll move in there. Let's get... okay, we don't have much else in the vicinity. We've already got our free silhouette unit. Yeah, wow, we don't have much / anything else really. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 6. Oh, they've moved. 1, 2, 3. They'll hold there. Actually, I'll come down here. 3. Create a Zoc bond, because when I hope to exploit here, I need to protect my flank. I might... I can't get any other forces. It's only going to be this one attack. This is why I'm bringing all this armor down. Here they are. They're going to be at least another turn away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with extended movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with extended movement. I could get another attack here. So these guys, if I group all my infantry together, I could go 1, 2, 1, 2. That's most of the units in that area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll swing around. 1, 2. We'll put them there. Well, they're tough there. Look, the Romanians are just going to swing in. 3, 1, 2. We'll tack move in there. Tack move across the river. Shift up and around. So I'll tack move, threaten across the river, move there. We'll go 1, 2, move there, I guess, into there. We'll move this Italian artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're disrupted, but they're in range now of Rostov. No, they're not. So I'll put them on the keep them on the rail line. Romanian cavalry. What are they going to do? Actually, you know what? That would go 1, 2 into there. How can I strengthen the possibility of attacking Rostov? Got 3 units there and 3 units there, and I think that's pretty much all I can do without bringing a silhouetted unit. So I will try and get an attack on Rostov. It's going to be tough. I think they're on 22. I've got 15, 25. Okay, I'll have at least 2 to 1, but no, not much else. I will try and reduce that. So I might get these guys to combine on there. They'll move in. They'll move in. So I might be able to use 1 here. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so everyone around here is... I haven't quite moved these guys yet, but I think I'll hold them. Hold them there, hold them there. Okay. Some Romanians behind the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. They'll move up to Svetovo. And we have our MSU coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They cannot gain extended movement because they've got the black movement marker. So they're going to try and swing through... Where are they going? Throwing straight across to the east. These security units can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are there any other units in here that I haven't moved? Yes, these guys. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with extended movement. That's everyone. So, the Italians. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. Yep. With extended movement. So that's now the movement phase complete. We now get to the Axis combat phase. And I'm going to try and do 2 combats here. We'll try this one first. That's 7. It's going to be 1 to the left. So I've got 7. Actually, we'll do Rostov. Now, can I use my air support unit? I'm pretty sure I can. Can I use my air support unit in a city? I don't recall reading that I couldn't. Provides, yep, offensive support. You can play a favourable shift. No more than 1 air unit to each combat. Yep, okay, so where are those air units? Here we are. There's 1 up here. And I'm going to try and capture Rostov early. So I'm going to throw, like I said, 15, 25, 32, 38. 38 on 22. Because it's 11 doubled, which is only 1 to 1. That'll make it 2 to 1, and that will make it 3 to 1. So with all these factors, and I've only got 3 to 1 odds. This is a major city, defense doubled for most units, which includes those. No tank shift possible. Yep. So I've got, sorry, there it is. No tank shift possible. Yep. So I've got 3 to 1 odds. But they have an NKVD unit here as well, which can help with their determined defense. So they roll a 5. 3 on 5 is an A1 D1 result. So we'll lose a step there. D1, I think we'll lose a step of that. They're now eliminated. So that's the A1 D1 result. But they must retreat 2 hexes or conduct a determined defense. Now because of this, they can conduct that determined defense. They're in the city, but it's a -1. It's on this, it's an orange result, which means that it's a -1 dice modifier. Yeah. So they have no defensive support in this vicinity. The lead unit is elite though, so it's +1, and they're in a city. So +1, oh no, German unit in Fort or city. +1 for the elite lead unit, they'll lead. -1 is a net 0 modifier, and a die roll of 6 is in fact a 1 asterisk, so they get to pick the attacker's step loss. They will take 1 off that 10. They do lose a step from that unit, but they hold. So Rostov is going to be a grinding battle. It's not going to fall quickly. We'll now attack over here. As I said, 7. And they've got 7, 13, 19. 19 plus 8 is 27. On 7 is 4-1. 1 to the left is 3-1. Back up again is 4-1. And they have armor, but I negate the armor with my AT there. So we're looking at 4-1 and a die roll of 5. 4-1, 5 is a D1 result. So we'll lose a step there. Now they must retreat, and D1, what was it, 4-1, 5, D1 advance 3. They cannot make a determined defense because they don't have in the first 8 turns, they're not in a fortification. Oh wait, they are in a fortification. So they can make a determined defense, sorry. Yes, they can make a determined defense. So they'll try and do that. They will be the lead unit. They're elite. So that's +1, -1 for the CRT. On the fortification table, a 3 is going to be a fail. Now this puts them in the desperate defense situation. If they would be eliminated, they may make a desperate defense. So I declare this. I force them to lose a step loss. So we'll take that off. Do I do this the first time? Yes. Yep. So that should have been a desperate defense. They're eliminated. I roll again. It's a 3, which is again a failure, which means that they have no choice now. They're eliminated. And that gives me a limited advance, I believe. Or it should have been a D1 result, advance 3, because that was the initial result. They were trying to cancel that retreat. They ultimately failed in retreating from the advance 3. So I can advance, cavalry can advance 3, 1, 2, 3, and the infantry 2. Okay. Scanning up here, not great situations for combat. Tough defense of 8. That's going to be a frustrating defense in there if they don't voluntarily retreat. Could do 12, 17 on 6, but I don't think I will. It'll only be 2-1. Instead, we're looking at this combat here, which is a defense of 10, and I've got 29, 31, 37, 37 on 10, which is 3-1. No armor. 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, and I think this is where I'll throw my other air unit, 6-1. So I'm looking at 6-1 odds. 6-1, 6 is a defender shattered result. That's great for the Axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're in full retreat, and I can form this breakout group in that hex. And they can now, 1, So I can go 1, 2, 3. Now do I go 1? I might leave them there. This other stack will go 1, 2, and then attack here. So I've got 22 on 5, which is 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 7 to 1 with my air. 7 to 1, 5 is going to be another DS result. They're in 4 retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can advance into that hex, I believe. All right. So yeah, trying to keep this gap open, trying to keep the Soviets away from this area, and trying to, ideally, I'd like to push down here and trap them in this area. That might require me to push up from the north to help close the gap. All right, looking up, I still don't have enough infantry up in this area, and no other combat. So fairly quiet turn. Hey, so much more. Welcome. I am. I just responded to your post about France 40. It's it keeps missing the the runoff between these games. So that's combat phase. Now Axis recovery phase. They recover. These are just ASUs that moved basically, and they recover. Replacement markers are removed. And supply phase. I can move my railheads, they can't move. This now splits. 1, 2, 1, 2, like so. This one can go 1, 1, has to stop there. This one can go 1, 2. And that's it. So we are advancing those railheads slowly. I believe everyone's in supply. 1, 2, yeah, big road straight through there. Can draw along that road there, so everyone's in supply. Fine. Railhead supply, isolation, spend SPs to flip units. And this is where, no, I have to wait. It needs to be a flipped supply point. So now we get to the Soviet player turn, and they have no air units. They removed train markers. Did they train? Yeah, they did. They trained this unit down here and this unit there. So the Soviets are bringing in some troops to close that gap. Ooh, fortifications under construction. I don't think there were any that I can recall. Yeah, no. So we get 2 resource points. Oh, here we go. There was a fort completed. I might build a fort right here. I'm going to spend a point just to build a fort, which is going to put pressure on the Axis to come out and attack, distract them from Rostov. I might also build a fort. Look, it can't hurt, maybe, to build some behind the lines back here. So one of these units is going to construct a fortification. Okay, just one. Spend SPs to flip ASUs. We get 1 special Soviet replacement. I might just... Oh, that can be the special replacement. I believe can be an NKVD unit, if I'm correct. Yes, we can replace that NKVD step. Oh, there we go. We need to gain a step. Oops, too many of those. So that's the, look, they're back up to strength again. not full strength, but 9 is decent. Okay, maybe the Germans need to push around the edges here before they start going straight into Rostov. Soviet replacements. So let's have a look at what they've got coming on. They've got a fair bit, and again they will bring them on by train. So most of these units will come in down to the south. The situation in the north's pretty secure, I think. It's down here I'm worried about. So let's get an elite infantry to train it all the way down there. Let's get these guys to train it into this is my infantry there by train. Let's leave these two, and we might bring them one to there, and the other we might put them there and start thinking about some more fortifications. This is Stalingrad here. If I can fortify this area around here. All right. So what else are we moving? Way up in the north here. Good defense, solid defense along this position here. These guys are in a spot of bother. They're going to be isolated and out of supply. But I think it's worth holding there. So if I can go now 1, 2, attack move around. I can go might be better if I go 1, 2, bring the armoured unit up there and just bring that unit in there. Stop them crossing. I'll bring this down to keep them penned in. I'll keep them back there. In fact, what I'll do is I'll turn that into an immobile SP, and they can return to the holding box. Ditto with them. A mobile SP, and they return to the holding box. So everything in the north is looking okay for the Soviets. Along here, okay, I can see these guys have the potential to cross, so we'll bring them down there. Actually, maybe we bring them down. Yeah, we'll bring them down there. I can't imagine them really wanting to cross there. If they do, they'd be kind of in a pickle. I don't know what my supplies are doing there. These guys will have to pull back. They'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now I've got to think about how to get out of this situation. Yes, I could just move in and cut them off. And these Panzer divisions will probably just continue driving. So, and I'd just be isolating myself. Right, these guys look quite mobile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 with extended movement. I'll pull them. They're not going to have a ZOC. That's the problem. 1, 2, 3. I'll bring them up. I'll hold them there. I'll pull them back 1. Pull them back 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So creating a bit of a second line of defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I will pull them back and them back into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with extended movement. I'm going to leave one unit in there and tack move the other back. I'm going to tack move them back across the river. Tack move them back. Tack move them back. They'll make a last stand, but the tanks will get away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd like to get the headquarters out of there, didn't realise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 maybe to there. I will. I'm going to move them up and then go 1, 2, 3, 4 with extended movement. And I think most others will hold. So we'll hold down here with a good defense of 7. Holding there with a defense of 7. I might move these guys back across there just in case they pivot and try and get across that dawn. That's the, yeah. Yeah, okay. And the situation here, they can shift over there. No, they can't. They can pull back. They can shift across, attack move. I can bring this elite unit in to Rostov. That gives me another solid defense of 11 and 8 with an elite unit there as well. So the fact that I can just train these units in and shift them around there makes Rostov a really hard place to capture. Okay, and that's it for keeping these guys there. They're in defensive positions behind the line. Actually, these guys can move up a bit. They'll just move up to there. They trained in this turn. They've trained in. They're building a fort, and they're building a fort, and they're holding the river. So everything's looking okay. Bit of a pickle here, maybe. Oh, hold on. We can go. These haven't moved yet. 1, 2. We'll move them up to try and hold that part of the line. And everyone else around here has moved. So I'm trying to get these Soviet units out. Some of them are going to be trapped. They won't make it. We'll see what happens. So, hey Ramon, the breakthrough movements and attacks are done first. The breakthrough movements and attacks are done first. Once it is in, the rest of units can now advance. Okay. Right. So breakthrough first, then the other units. I now should do the breakthrough attacks before I move them. That's good to know. Everyone has moved now. Holding the bridge, holding the bridge. Yeah, good. Okay, so Soviet combat phase. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Okay. So that's the Soviet phase, combat phase done. Soviet recovery phase. Let's go. These guys are now just disrupted. They recover, and they recover. And we'll put those supplies down the bottom so they don't distract us. Okay, supply phase. Check the supply status. These guys are out of supply. They can't get through Zok. Everyone else around here is okay. Can these guys get to a road? 1, 2, 3. Yep, they can, which can weave out of there. So all these are okay. They're okay. Everyone's okay. So again, the Axis forces just have not been able to cut the Soviets off from supply. And they can spend SPs to flip their ASUs. I don't think they have any they want to flip, so no flipping. Which brings us to the end of the turn. I think the Axis forces are now behind on their benchmark by 1. Yeah, I count 3. 1, 2, 3 down the bottom here. And they need, by this turn, 4. So, we bring the turn track up. We advance the turn to turn 7. We have 1 Soviet infantry and an Axis special and an infantry. 21st of July. No weather check. We collect our air units. And I think we put the other one back in the box. Nope, I didn't. What did I do with it? I thought it was down here. Oh, I left it. Left under some Soviet units. Here we go. 2 air units. Don't want to lose them. Remove train markers on Axis units. Axis fortifications. Allocate 2 resource points. All right, so we'll go 1. Cannot allocate 1 there. Could do the remainings there because they're on a train line. Or I just get, I think I might get another MSU if I can. Yep. Because I want to keep funneling supplies out to here. Now in this initial phase, I can also flip them by spending that. And that's my plan, just to keep funneling those supplies out. Pretty soon I'll be able to, I can train them out. So I can actually, in the movement phase, I can train that unit out, I believe, to there. Just makes it a bit faster to get them to the front, I guess. That's one of my 4. Replacements. A special, so I'm looking for Panzer Grenadier that has taken a loss. You guys, you can gain a step and have taken a replacement. And an infantry. So many infantry formations moving up into this area. All right, let's grab these guys because they don't look like they're going to do anything significant out here. And replacements, reinforcements, Axis reinforcements. For turn 7, we've got a mix of units. Let's bring let's get a silhouetted unit out here. I don't think we've got a lot. We've got some Italians here and Hungarians to guard the flank way up in the north. Sounds good. Yep. So they will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 into there. We're into the movement phase now, of course. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 into there. These guys will come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These Hungarians will push in there. They'll tack move to there. They'll tack move up to there. 1, 2, 3, as will they. So looking at a major river crossing here, I can tack move around, tack move up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to there. Whoops, should clear the move markers. Everyone north of there has moved. Actually, hold on a sec. Have they moved? I can't remember. I think they just moved, right? Yeah, they just moved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, that could be used to support this attack, just to clear it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with extended movement. Guarding the river crossing there, guarding the river. These aren't needed on there, so we'll pull them back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Now I'm in the important area, so let's think about what to do. I'd love to look if I can smash that unit. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and really close that gap. Can I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and make that 1, 2, 3, 4? because when they advance, they can just go 1, 2, 3, 4 down to here if they get a good breakthrough. Defensive 5, they're pretty vulnerable there, I think. All right. Problem is, again, I just don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have a lot of forces to help with this. 1, 2, 3, and a bit. Yeah, not a lot of mechanized units in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking I'll cross over the bridge there, cross over the river there, attack move across to there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 with extended movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are disrupted. They'll join. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 with extended movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 with extended movement. Would like to get rid of this unit. Maybe I'll wait. I don't know. Get the Romanians, I guess, to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with extended movement. Romanians move in. I can attack move there. I can attack move there. 1, 2, 3 to move in there. We can move in there. Attack move. Attack move. Attack move. Maybe it's time to capture Voroshilovgrad. Yes. Let's try it, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting the Italians in this area. They can just hang there and fire away. We'll get the Italians to move up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And all right, let's get another unit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they will train it out to there with rail movement. Now the marsh. I can't recall the rules for marshes. Okay, I can move in there. Yeah, okay. So it gives me an extra 1, 2. One, 2. They'll plan to move in there. Artillery will stay there. They're in range. We'll hold there. Hold with the Romanians. Actually, they'll just nudge forward a little bit, protect the rail unit, and that's it. Actually, these guys will go, where can they go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get onto that train track to be able to replenish and maybe provide some artillery support down here if they need to. All right, is that everyone? Looking through here at moved markers, this artillery, let's get them going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into that gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, this stack here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where'd they go? Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Now they're not going to attack there, just getting into a position. Actually, we'll put them up here, 6. So big concentration of armoured forces. Not a lot of attacks going on, probably just the one combat in this area. But real concentrated effort. And they've all moved up there. Okay, so no more reinforcements. Movement is complete. Combat. Let's try again on Rostov. We have got again 12, 17, 23, 37, 40, 40 on our defense of 11, 22. So the best I can do is 1 to 1 with that kind of defense. Yeah, 1 to 1. This will make it 2 to 1. Yeah, I'll throw in an air unit to make it 3 to 1. 3 to 1, and we need a good roll. 3 to 1, 2 is a DR2 result, so they will have to make a determined defense using the NKVD. In a city, it is +1. It wasn't an orange result, so it's just a +1 now. +1 to a roll of 3 is a 4. In a city, ooh, it's a partial success. Okay. So, partial success. If the defender was in a city hex, place a city battle marker there on the one side. Okay. Flip it to its 2 side. If a partial success happens again, flip it to its 2 side and cancel the retreat. Once it's got a 2 marker, retreat any further as delay. So it's starting to grind away at that city. But no losses for the Germans, which was important for them. Okay, looking up. No combat there. Yes, let's try this. We've got 12, 16, 21 on 10. So 2 to 1. 2 to 1. Let's see how we go. A 2 to 1, 3 is an A1 DR2 result. But there we go. 1, 2, and they're disrupted. A1, we have to take that, and we do capture Voroshilovgrad. We'll leave them there. Actually, may as well move them in. Okay, so that's another victory point. 4 VPs for the Axis forces. Now they're on their benchmark. Okay. Big combat here. This is the important one. Defensive 5, they do have armor. I have got 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40. So I've got the 40 on 5, which is 8 to 1. I'm going to also attach an air unit, my second air unit to this, just to help with exploitation. So 7 to 1, 1. Okay, this is the A1 D1 result. So D1, so they go back 2, they're disrupted, and I can advance 1, 2. 1, 2, that's terrible. Did I do that correctly? Hold on a sec. I think I have to stop. I think I have to go 1 and stop. They can go 1, 2. They can go 1, 2. Return to the holding box. Return that to the holding box. That was my chance. Anything, I think anything other than a 1 would have given me a big drive to the south here. Now, the Soviets have a big gap to withdraw through, which sucks for the Axis forces. All right, so I've got some more forces up here now. I've got 15, 22, 23, 24 on 9. It's only 2 to 1. I do have artillery, which will make it 3 to 1. Let's give it a go. Let's spend that. Tank units don't count. They are halved attacking across. Only the infantry is doubled. 3 to 1. 3 to 1, 2 is a DR2 result. Now, it's in a VP hex, so they can make a determined defense. So they'll pick that unit. It's no modifier. A 2 is not going to be successful, I don't think. It's a fail. It's a desperate defense now because they're in a city, so they lose a step. Roll again. A 3 is a partial and they lose a step. Well, they're eliminated. Which means that the Germans get a limited advance into there. And they've captured another VP, which puts them now ahead of their benchmark. And that's it for combat. No other combat in this area. Hungarians are thinking, let us attack. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, but command says no. Okay, that's now it. In the recovery phase, disrupted units, replacements return to the holding box. That's it. And supply. Move my railheads. That can't move. 1, 2. Oops, wrong one. 1, 2. 1, 2. Finally moving this one. And that can't move. Oh, wait. It can move. It goes 1 up to there. It's a weird little rail network through here. Okay. Oh, and this one can go 1, 2 as well. All right. Now I can spend SPs to flip good order units where they have an actual supply unit, not an MSU. That is an MSU, so they can't flip just yet. So it gives us now the Soviet player turn. Remove train markers. They had a lot of train markers, so they'll return to the holding box. They will complete fortifications. Look at that, they've completed that fortification right under the Italians' nose. That one there as well. These fortifications are really handy, but it makes me really want to hold them and defend to the last. 2 resource points. Okay, so now I'm going to build a fortification here. And I might build another one. It seems a weird place, but I'm going to put another one here. Because I like this oh, actually, sorry. We'll put it down here. Yeah. Allocate the, yep, done that. Resource points, flip ASUs. I don't think there are any reinforcements and replacements. So on this turn, we're here, I think. So one Soviet, yeah, turn 7, 1 Soviet infantry step. These guys, I think. Yeah. Yeah, bolster their defense. Solid. Replacements, reinforcements. Soviet reinforcements, turn 7, just 2 units now. And again, I think we're going to train them down to here. We're going to get one into there, and I think the other to here. So, yeah, we'll see how we go there. Okay, and the rest of the movement now. They can hold, everyone can hold around here. We'll pull back 1, 2, just in case we need to cross the river here. They will pull back 1, 2. But I'd like to get some more defense up here. Oh no, that's a defense of 7 with a tank. They'll recover and have 8. Okay, that's pretty good. Need to get something in here. So we'll go, move the cavalry down. 1, 2, 3, move them down, move them down. All right, now let's try and get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can tack move around like that, actually. Yeah, no, that's fine. I can get another tank unit in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can move up there. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have to stay there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They are just going to tack move away. 2, 3, they'll hold there. So look, all these forces are kind of getting their way away. And I'm going to hold everywhere else. I think yeah, don't need to worry about pulling away. I thought about retreating, but it's all solid through there. All right, down here, defensive 7, solid. Down here, defensive 7 in a fortification, solid. And I'm pretty happy down here as well. I can put some units across if I want to, if I need to, rather. So yeah, Soviet position's looking pretty good. Okay, I'm going to pull this silhouetted unit away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring a unit in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's what I wanted. And I might move my armor down as well. Yep. All right, so we've got some good defensive positions around here. I'm not too worried. Not too worried. There's a lot of German units in here. We'll see how we deal with them. All right, so Soviet combat phase. Two to 1, 3 to 1. Let's give it a go. 3 to 1, 1. Should not have given it a go. That's an exchange result. They're down to a remnant. And in an exchange, I choose. So you take a step. Okay. No other combat anywhere through here. No combat through there. So recovery phase. And look at this. They just remove that disruption. Just washes away. Ugh, I didn't realize that was so vulnerable. But okay, that's a bit of a problem. Nothing much I can do around there. And that's it. Okay. Hey, Brune, welcome from Belgium, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so I don't know. I still think that. Okay, so the Germans are ahead of their benchmark. They're ahead of their benchmark. They have 4. They need 4. They've got 5. But I'm pretty happy with the minimization of Soviet losses. That may look like a lot, but I don't think it is. These are just little infantry divisions, nothing to worry about there. I only lost 5 silhouetted tank units. I've only lost 3 guards divisions. I've only lost 3 tank corps, only 3. I'm still in good shape. They're creeping across Svoboda, but not in strength. Again, the Germans pulled away and are focusing down here. The key is, can the Soviets slow down this advance enough to get sufficient numbers? They're building every turn. The Germans are not. Okay, so every turn the Soviets will get stronger, more and more infantry units coming on. They just need to balance pulling away, and if they can get all these units out, if they can get these guys out, which is looking very likely now, that's going to be amazing. This is going to save the Soviets. Look, let's keep going. Turn track. Turn 8. So now, with not one step back, 11.1.2. So until turn 8, so now the Soviets can use their determined defences. Yeah, Soviets can use determined defence now all over the place, which is going to make it even harder. They get 1 armour replacement. The Germans get an armour and an infantry. So to make a weather roll, we collect our air units. I think we're going to have to use them. Well, actually, you know what? I might try. Maybe I'll allocate my air units in the centre here. Maybe try 2 different attacks. Defensive 8, no armour. Defensive 7 with armour. 10, no armour. If I can drive down here, I can put... It's hard to get my forces in here. That's a really vulnerable point there. I can just... But again, I can only get 1 stack in there. Interesting. Do I attack Milerovo here? Defensive 9 with armour and fortification. I'd just like to be able to bypass it, basically. This would be the best place to attack and worthy of my strongest attacking force. But I can also get some infantry down here. So these guys can come around and go 1, 2, 3, 4. The fact that I can actually get infantry into the front lines and attacking is pretty good. Then we'll bring... Oh, let's wait and see. Actually, let's clear our move markers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's do everything else first before I get too excited. Air units, train markers, fortifications, 2 resource points. Okay, 1, 2, but I can also flip now. Oh, look at that, there in 1, 2, if I could shift 1 forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have an ASU now, finally. I flipped 1, I get 1 more, let's not get distracted. They can go to the holding box and they can flip. And second point will be, I'm not going to spend it on the Romanians. I'm just going to add another Second point will be another MSU, which I'm going to train. I should remove train markers, so I remove that and train that unit straight out. So there's one train that's just trained out there in the movement phase, just to save me the hassle of removing them, placing the train marker in the exact same spot. In fact, you know what? It can go down to here. And these guys are free to move. So that's my 2 resource points. Reinforcements. Turn 8. Hey, oh no, so that's Soviets. Axis reinforcements. Turn 8, I get a Hungarian. A single Hungarian division. And then I have to start removing my forces. And I get an infantry and an armor replacement. So let's think about where. An infantry and an armor. I just don't like that I have to look. Let's give these guys a step. They're in the front line, I know, but we've got a lot of forces now that can kind of take their place just for a turn. And an infantry step. Let's get these guys. Gain a step. They've taken replacements. All right, now. I'm already looking behind the lines. Okay. Movement. As I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, straight into there. We'll get 2 of our tank units. What else can we get into this area? Here we go, these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get a silhouetted unit. There, I've got room for 2 more over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another silhouetted unit to attack here and hopefully drive down. Now, I would love to be able to just hit this unit with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We'll add a silhouetted unit. And can I get another mobile force? No, I can't. But I can get some more silhouetted units. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 to attack them and hopefully drive through. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Extended movement. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, where were they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, they can go straight into there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not moving. Tack move, tack move, tack move to surround them. 1, 2, 3. And okay, maybe what can I do here to really keep the pressure on these guys? Maybe attack in here. If I can go 1, 2, 3. They can tack move over, move them in, move them up. Ooh, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll leave them there. Okay. All right. So moving these down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are disrupted. 1, 2, actually, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They haven't moved yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we've got the situation up in the north where, okay, how do I start to push across towards Voronezh? I do have a red dot unit. They've got 12 defense factors. Ugh, it's going to be tough. What can I get here? 12, 10, 17, 20. Okay, I can move in here. Attack move across there. Try and attack this position here. I'm going to move out to there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just inch up. They will go 1, 2, 3. I could get 9. I could get an attack on that as well, but no, I won't. Okay, so Hungarians are in the line now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay. And we'll bring them just to there. So yeah, we'll get an attack on there, where I've got 17, 18, 19, 20, they're halved. That's 4 to 1, 5 to 1 with my red dot, which is decent for the situation. Just protecting the flanks up here, nobody really moving. They've trained it in. Okay, and down the south, okay, I do want to do something here. Attack move up and attack move. Italians are just going to hold 1, 2, they're going to attack move in there. And attack move in. Yeah, we'll do that. That then threatens this river crossing here, which threatens this gap. Okay. And around here, we get some more units in, and we can bring this unit in as well. And 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll bring them to there. All right, so now for the combat phase, I have got to gain, I think it was 40, right? 12, 17, 24, yeah. 40 on 11, 22, so 1 to 1. It's 1 to 1. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do these attacks up here. See what I can get going on here. I have got 14, 15, 16, 21, 31, 41. All right, so I've got 40 on 8. 40 on 8. 40 on 8. That's 5, right? Exactly 5 to 1. Yeah, 5 to 1. They have no armor, so 6 to 1, 7 to 1. I'm not going to use the air. 7 to 1. 2 is enough. It's a D1 result. They retreat D1, they retreat 3 hexes. 1, 2, 3, and become disrupted. But I now get an advance of 3. So these units can now go 1, 2, 3. And that's enough to close that gap. So let's go 1, 1, 2, like that. But yeah, actually we'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah, okay. So now it's taken a while, but we have trapped all these units in here for now. I'm sure the Soviets are going to try and fight their way out. I didn't use my air unit, so it saves it. over here now I've got 8, 9, 10, 22 on 3. 22 on 3. Geez, my maths, I'm 7 to 1, but I'm getting tired. 7 to 1. No air unit there either. So 7 to 1. 4 is a DS result. So they lose a step. They're eliminated. And it gives me a 4. So I can go 1. Form the breakout group. 1. And is it worth hitting these guys, or just... Maybe I don't form the breakout group. Maybe I just go just those guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrap around and just try and pin them in. And the rest of these, they might go there, and then didn't have a lot of forces to really secure this breakout. I might just try and slow down these forces. So by looping around there, I can kind of pin these guys, force them to tack move away, which will slow them down at least. All right, so I've still got my 2 air units, and I think I know where I'm going to spend them. I'm going to spend 1 up here, where I have, as I said, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, sorry, with my red dot. 6 to 1 with my air. 6 to 1, 2 is an A1, D1 result. A1, D1, and they have to retreat 2 and become disrupted. I think they will, because actually we will advance into there. Advance 2, that's 1. I keep my air unit and I'll attack here, which is now 17 on 2, which is 8 to 1. 8 to 1, 2 is a D1. And I will advance to there. And keep, technically I should have that air unit on them. And I'll use my last air unit. There we go. If I can find my last air unit, I think I returned it to the box. I did. On Rostov. So here we go. Again, 40 on 22 is 1 to 1. 2 to 1, 3 to 1 with the air. Oops, I rolled 2 dice. I'll roll again. 6. 3 to 1, 6 is a D1 result. So we'll take those guys. They will make a determined defense with the infantry, because they always boost some other infantry up. So it's a 3 to 1, 6 is an orange result, so it's a -1 +1 because they're elite. So a 6 is going to be a stand in a city, 1 and 1. So they will lose a step, but they can take a red dot away. Remnant. There we go. And they hold. Success. Yes. And that's not needed. All right, so this is the situation. Big pocket of Soviet units, still in supply, but they'll need to get out of here. Which games do I like to get on the table, and which I've only, to be honest, I've only just started playing by Vassal. I have very rarely, I was talking about this last week. In the past, up until this month, I've only played Vassal for monster games. I've always preferred to play on the table, but it takes forever to set up. And by loading up Vassal, it's been so good to actually just jump straight into a game. Like this game just comes set up. This would take me hours and hours to set up and clear. I don't have the table space for it, so it's just not practical at the moment. But I can load up Vassal and literally click my fingers and get started. And because all the Simonitch tiles are very similar. I'm finding it really easy to jump from one to the other. Yeah, I'm learning the rules for the different games quite quickly. Still forgetting a lot, of course, but so normally I've played Vassal for monster games like last Blitzkrieg, Wacht am Rhein, Time for Trumpets, stuff like that. I don't have a lot of Vassal modules. I've just closed all the modules that I had, but yeah. So yeah, a lot of space, but now it's just because of the ease of gaming. Hex encounter games like this, where it makes it really easy to see what's going on. When I just played Ardennes, it's the first time I've played Ardennes 44 on Vassal. Every other game of Ardennes 44 has been on the table, and it was so much easier to track things on Vassal. When I make a mistake, I can undo. I can more easily kind of trace where they've moved from to count their movement, things like that, correct my moves, and it makes the decision making easier and more advanced as well. So making more, it takes the game to sort of the next level up, because I have more information available to make decisions. So I think that's a recovery phase done. I remove these markers. These guys were the headquarters. They recover. I don't think there's anyone else. So now supply phase. I can move my railheads. That can't move. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. It cannot move. It can move 1. Okay. Check the supply. Again, I don't think anybody is. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like a road through there. 1. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that road can come through there. 1, 2. Not consecutive. 3, 4. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are actually out of supply. It's awkward, but they're out of supply. Interesting. I'll leave them there because they're playing that slowing down role rather than really exploiting to the east. And these guys are out of supply as well. That was bold, but the idea was to scare these guys, which I think they've done. All right. And now I can flip supply points to flip ASUs, but nothing to do. So, the Soviet phase. They removed their train markers. There, right, there was only 2. They complete fortifications. So that's now completed. That's completed. So we're getting a good series of fortifications. 2 resource points. I'm going to fortify here, and I'm going to fortify here. What do I have for turn 8? I've got an armor step. And I think I'm going to rebuild rather than replace on map. Oh, actually, I just lost a step up here. Oh, it has to be good order. Okay, let's rebuild. Where am I going to rebuild them? Has to be in the city. I might rebuild them in Stalingrad. Yep. Okay, and reinforcements. Access reinforcements. Turn 8. They'll come on and they will train to Kalak. So, you know, even if the Germans break through here, I've got now another just line of defences along this rail line. So I've railed these units out, they've built their fortifications, it'll slow down the Germans. Considering the key thing here with these fortifications is they cancel the tank shift and one to the left. So it's just a huge deterrent to the Axis forces wanting to attack. Now the movement phase. So Soviet movement. Not really in a position to counterattack. Cannot get these units. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, I could pull 1, 2, 3. No, I can't. In fact, 1, 2, 3. We'll get in there. Actually, we'll get there. We'll pull them back to create a Zoc bond along there. And we'll try and hold there and see what happens. So that's the only movement up here. I could counterattack 6, 8, 15. Oh, nope. You just see that airplane mark. That airplane will actually stays with them to help them defend as well. I don't really want. I want to move this tank unit up. So, oh wow. Okay, let's go 1, 2, and they can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I can get an attack on there. 14, 15, 16, 2 to 1, 3 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 to 1. Okay, so maybe I can get it. Yeah, okay, that's an opportunity for a counterattack here. 2 combat units plus a silhouetted unit is the Soviet limit. Yeah, it's funny. I've always liked learning a new game with the map in front of me. I've never learned a game by playing Vassal. I've relearned, so I've been relearning Stalingrad by Vassal, but the first time I play it, I've always liked to have the map set out in front of me. Oh, North Africa 41. So this is the first time, because I don't have the footprint for it, first time I've been learning a game on Vassal. I lie, yeah. So this is the only game that I've ever learnt on Vassal. Okay, and it's because it's huge. The map is huge. I don't have space for it, and I really want to play it. I tried to set it up and squeeze it in. It just wouldn't fit with everything that's going on. All right, now I need to get out of this. They've got 8 defense. I reckon I can hit that. I can go attack move and hit it. I can go 1, 2, 3. I can get these tanks. That's all. These are very slow units. The guards will attack move. They'll come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to try and hit this unit here to break out here. 1, 2, 3. 1. I can't go far. That's the problem, because if I use extended movement, these guys can go 3, I guess. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll attack move back. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll attack move back. We'll attack move down to here. And that's it, I guess. Oh no, look, we're going to have to sacrifice those guys. So we're going to go, we'll put that reduced unit in there, and I'll attack move into here. It's not over yet. Oh, I can even attack it from the other side. So 1, 2, 3. I could even bring in, hello, look at this. 1, 2, bringing these units up. Okay, I've got to worry about this gap now. So that's to try and destroy this stack. They'll attack move up to there. They'll come back. 1, 2, 3. They can only attack move to there, which now creates a huge gap out here. No, it doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and I will cross that river to help them defend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to attack move across the river. Actually, they're going to attack move that way and that way, just in case the infantry, in case the infantry tries to get across. So I've blocked the Axis forces again. I'm in trouble out here, really stretching my lines, but every time they break, I push back. Yeah, okay. Problem solved. Problem solved for now. Okay, I need to get some more units in here, so we will tack move into there, tack move them down to there. Yep. These guys, I think they're doing a good job just in slowing down any advance to the Donets, so they'll hold there as well. All right. Soviets are still feeling pretty good with the job they've done. I hope they can get, they're hoping they can get these units out. All right. Combat phase. It's a shame we don't have an ASU down here. That would really help. Oh, we do have an ASU. Where is that ASU? There they are. We have got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, 19, 20, 21. I thought it would be so much more than that. 21 and 8. 2 to 1. 2 to 1 with no armor shift. 2 to 1. 3 to 1. I brought so many units here. I thought it was going to be huge. 3 to 1. And the Germans get their elite tank shift to make it 2 to 1. Luckily their ASUs are out of range. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, they're just out of range. So it's a 2 to 1 attack. 2 to 1, 3 is an A1 DR2. A1 DR2. So they're going to lose an infantry step. But you know what? The Germans are going to put up a fight. They're going to say, nuh-uh, we are making a determined defense. It's in clear terrain, but they have got an elite unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're just out of range of so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this thing here. So they've got an elite unit for +1. Let's see how they go. A 4, 5 in the clear. It's a success, but they lose a step. Oh, I think that's worth it, because that will give them time to complete the trap. Wow, that is so close. Soviets win the combat with an A1 DR2 result. The Germans have an elite unit. Oh, hold on. Yeah, they have an elite. It was elite. They have an elite unit that they can throw in. They roll a... There's a 3, right? They roll a 4, which by itself isn't enough. Bumped up to 5 and a success at a step loss. And the Soviets find a dozen divisions now trapped and unlikely to get out. And in fact, the problems are going to get bigger because they brought these forces forward to help. Okay, look, that's one attack. I did have another one up here. I've got 7, 14, 15, 16 on 7, 2 to 1, 3 to 1 with my armor, 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is range 5, yep. So 4 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 on this formation here. 4 to 1, 1 is a DR2 result. You know what, the Germans will just take it. They'll retreat 2. And disrupted. The Soviets can advance, but they can't cross that Zoc bond. So they're stuck on the outskirts of Svoboda, I keep forgetting the name of it. And no attack there. Oh boy, what a turn. All right, I really want to kind of continue. How are we going for time? I can do one more turn. Let's advance the turn. Oh wait, we've got to do recovery. So we do recovery phase. They recover. They recover. They recover. That's it. I'll tell you what, Rostov is really putting up a fight. Okay. Supplies. Now, here's the road that they need to get supplies to, or here. So these units are okay. 1, 2, 3, I'm pretty sure friendly units negate supply for the... Friendly units negate EZOX, yep. So this unit here, for example, can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to that road hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there and get supply. This unit, however, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can't make a road hex, so they're out of supply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Likewise with that unit, they're out of supply. This unit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the road, supply. Which means that these guys are out of supply, they're out of supply, and they're out of supply. Now, okay, the reason that's basically, oh, they're not mechanized, so they're unaffected. That's fine. None of these units that are out of supply are mechanized, so they can still use their leg movement. Yep, and even attack if they want. These guys are also out of supply. But these, yeah, they're all in supply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And everyone else is hunky-dory. Good, good, good. So that's their supply phase complete. There's no other units. Spend SPs to flip. So now I can, because there's an SP there, I can return to the holding box and instantly flip that to the ready side. I don't think it really matters whether they do it now or in their next supply phase, but it's done. Okay. Let's advance the turn marker. Let's keep going. It is now turn 9. The game, it feels like the game, it feels like, well, look, I don't know. As I said, the Soviets are building up so many forces behind the lines. No weather roll yet. Collect my air units. Where are my air units? One up here, and there's the other one in the box. There you are. So collect my air units. No, oh, there are train markers. Remove train markers from access units. No access forts. 2 resource points. Well, I definitely need one down here. And I don't think I have any. Oh, I could replenish them, but I might just grab yet another MSU and rail it out to here. Again, to try and get them out through here. That's 1, 2. What are my replacements this turn? We have cavalry, infantry, and Italian and infantry. Well, I don't think the Italians have suffered any losses. Yeah, the Italians haven't suffered any losses. They've kind of been in the thick of it, but not attacking alone. So they don't suffer any losses. And German infantry, let's give those guys rebuild. And they've taken replacements. Can I flip any other ASUs? I think everything's ready to go. So, Axis reinforcements. Axis reinforcements. What have I got now? You get to remove any one infantry division. Oh, great. Just any one infantry division. Remove any one infantry division. That's pretty easy. I've got... just going to check the withdrawal rules. Reinforcements in infantry areas, retreating off the map. Yep, can't find it. So I'm just going to say, okay, any one infantry division, any one, including like a Hungarian unit that's just arrived. With any one infantry division. Look, let's just take away that one. Yeah, there you go. And that's it. So now we get to the movement phase. Here we go. All right. So if I tack move across this river, defensive 14 there, I'll get the Italians to come down here and go tack move, tack move. They'll hold there. Sorry, that should be removed. Actually, that would just move up there to hold there. I could even cross the river here, tack move across. Putting a lot of pressure now on this area. Can I attack that? Yeah, I can. If I can get... No, I can't. It's going to be really hard to get some sufficient strength in there. I've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 3 to 1. 1, 2, 3. I can't do much to reinforce this particular hex, because as soon as I move in, I've got to stop with the Zoc. So I've got to kind of attack the flanks. So I've got to kind of attack this point here. So if I go... If I do that instead, and I move this stack in, my big killer stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'd give me a big 5 to 1 on that, 6 to 1, 7 to 1. Like I said, the Soviets brought up these units to help, and they're going to find themselves at 7 to 1 odds. Actually, 7 to 1 plus they can attack as well. All right, so I'm going to pull these guys away now and look for another place to attack, maybe here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, bringing my infantry down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, just to really mess. They're also out of supply, sorry. We'll go 1, 2, 3. And move them there. Attack, move them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have moved, sorry. Oh, crikey. I've got move markers on everything. I'm going to try to... Do I just undo it all and do it again? No, I'll try and clear the move markers, but most of these have moved in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're swinging around now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got an attack move across that river. Holding there. Okay. We'll nudge them forward. Get them closer to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can actually, artillery can help out here. These have all moved. I'm mindful of that. Most of these haven't. So, where do I want to hit? Defensive 8 with armor. Defensive 10. Defensive 7 with armor. I think he certainly break through there and I can attack that unit on the fort. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Can get infantry in there now. They'll nudge forward. They'll nudge forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are out of supply. They can tack move. I think they attack at half strength. But what I want to do is tack move them. Yeah, let's join that. Certainly they'll attack at half strength, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get in there. Pull these guys away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get them to tack move up to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did they move from? They'll actually move down to there. To stick with that MSU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've just trained it in. Around here, we're going to keep grinding on Rostov and hope for some success. Yeah. Okay. That's most of those units. So looking north. 1, 2, we'll move back into that city. They're out of supply. Defensive 8, and I can get 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, not much. They'll hold. Defensive 10. Yeah, I don't have a lot in this area. What if I push forward into there, attack move across the river, and yeah, hold there. I might actually bolster the city, 1, 2, 3, and do that. And nudge them forward, perhaps. No, put them on the. If I put them on the rail line, 1, 2, yeah. Trying to make things happen here, but yeah, a lot of Soviet armor up here, which is probably not where they want it to be. And Hungarians over here. 1, 2. Oh, that was last turn. I forgot to move them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And did I have? Oh, no reinforcements. No other reinforcements coming on. So that's pretty much it for movement. No combat going on up here. Yeah, no combat. Actually, we'll go. They'll tack move across there. And they'll just move into there. Okay. But here we have the big combats. And I think this one in particular is going to be important. So let's go 28, 29, 30, 33 on 5, which is 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1. And let's roll. 3 is a DR4 result. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are in full retreat. And now I get my 3 hex advance. So I can go here now. 1. I can attack here. They have a defense of 5. I have got 28 now, sorry, 28. So it's 5 to 1, 6 to 1 with my red dot. 6 to 1, 4 is a DR4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are in full retreat. That's 1, 2, and I think I'll stop there. And these guys will just go 1 advance. This is their advance after combat, 2 hexes to there. Okay, which creates a good solid barrier, 14 defense, 20 plus defense, and 10, 12 defense with armor throughout this area. Again, they're not out of supply yet. They can still try and attack their way out, just making it more difficult for them to do so. Now, the next combat is going to be up here against these elite units. Defense of 7, and I'm going to bring... Okay, so they're out of supply, they halve, so that's 3, 6, 17, 23, 35. 35 on 7 is 5 to 1, 6 to 1 with my silhouette, and I'll use an air unit. 6 to 1, 7 to 1. And a roll of 1 is an A1 D1 result. A1 D1. They will need to retreat. A1 D1. Okay, retreat 2 hexes and that stack is disrupted. Okay. I still get a 2 hex advance. Why are they in full retreat? I don't know why. Oh, it's meant to be a step loss. Lose step. I might just move that stack to there. Yeah, that was not great. Expect a lot more from that combat. We've got infantry weaving all through here, but no combat taking place. 8, 20 on 7, 2 to 1. I could make it 3 to 1. Let's make it 3 to 1. Let's get my other air unit to make it 4 to 1. And I cancel their armor shift. So 4 to 1. 1 is a DR2 result. They will come back into here and actually, look, they'll try and make a stand there with this unit. 3, it's a fail. So 1, 2, and they're disrupted, which means that the Germans can push in that gap even more now, making it very difficult, effectively trapping all these forces here. Yep. And an attack on Rostov. Again, I've got 40 odd against their defense of 11, 22. So that's 1 to 1, 2 to 1. I've used my air units now, so that's just a 2 to 1. Now I get a 5, so it's an A1 D1 result. Lose a step. Lose a step. An A1 D1, they must retreat on an A1 D1, so they'll make a determined defense with that guard unit. So it's a -1. 2 on 5, yeah, -1 to the roll of 2 is 1. In the city, they... sorry, it's a +1. in a city. So it's a partial 1. So they lose a step. And it's now a city battle 2. So 1 more of those partials and the city will fall. Okay. And I think that's it for German combat. They don't really want to attack here. They'll just grind it away. No combat out here, so they're all happy. Now, in the recovery phase, they recover any disruption. They return that. And that's it. Oh, here we go. Now supply. Now these guys are easily in supply. And as are these, 1, 2, 3, yep. So all the Axis forces are in supply. Okay. And we can move our railheads. That's not moving. That advances to there. That can advance 1. That can advance 2. And that's stuck there as well. And that's stuck there. Okay, and spend SPs to flip units? No, nothing needs to be flipped. So we get to the Soviet phase. Remove train markers. There's that one. That might be it, was it? So 1 train marker. Fortifications are built. Where was the other one being built? There, built. All right. So despite these setbacks, we are building our fortifications. Reinforcements and replacements. So what are our replacements? We get 1 cavalry and 1 infantry. Okay, I might rebuild. Oh, hold on. Yeah, nothing much around here. So I might rebuild. I might even put some in Voronezh. Yeah, so let's look at our eliminated box. Oh, geez, I don't have any. Where is all my cavalry? I get 1 infantry anyway. Let's bring these guys back into Voronezh. They've taken replacements. All right, so have I taken any cavalry set losses? This might be hard to find. Yes. Okay, they'll gain a step. They'll take replacements. It's okay. They can move 1 hex. They can pull back towards a fortification. That's what the plan is. And reinforcements. So Axis reinforcements for turn, we're up to turn 9, 2 more units. We will train them out to here. And train them out to here. Just want to try and build those fortifications along those bridges. So that's really difficult for the Allies to outflank and attack. Attacking across the bridge is really difficult, but what they'll often do is attack, move across, and then attack. It just makes it that much harder to outflank, is kind of what I'm thinking. So there's the reinforcements and replacements movement phase. Okay, look, they're trapped in here. I can't see any. There's no way out now. Best I can hope for is to just soak up as much time as possible, maybe by spreading out. So if we if we attack move those guys up there, by spreading out, they're making it harder for the Germans to guard them, basically. 1, 2, they'll move up there. They're going to attack move across that river. Yeah, occupy as many Axis forces as possible in isolating them, surrounding them, grinding them down, and they'll stay there. Does it make them vulnerable to a counterattack? Probably. They're going to be vulnerable, but buying a turn maybe. I might be buying a turn here or there. Right, what else are we doing? Need to get... Alright, let's need to get another unit in here. I'm going to pull back over there. We'll try and hold there, I guess. We're losing... Oh, yeah, okay. Hold there. Let's now pull back away from this position. 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll just attack move back. They're going to attack move. They're going to move up. They're going to move up to there. They can hold. They can attack move back. Doing all right up in this northern area. Yeah, doing pretty well actually. I didn't spend my 2 resource points, so sorry. I'm going to fortify there, and I'm going to fortify there. So the Germans can just look across the nets and see the Russians fortifying right in front of them. That shouldn't be there. I believe that was last turn. So these guys can now move out as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything down here is okay. Can't do much in this gap. Holding the river, the Donets, all the way up to Svoboda, where I have a strong force that doesn't want to counterattack this turn. It's 12 defense there. I'm going to bolster. That's just a problem. I might just give up 1 hex. It's only 1 hex, and I might... you know, I wouldn't mind having just 1... I'm going to pull them back away. They're going to move in there. And NKVD, they're going to move up to there, leaving Voronezh undefended. I might need to put some more reinforcements up in the north here. I was almost tempted to do so this turn, decided against it. Okay, so that's it for Soviet movement. They're not released until turn 15, right? Got to be getting close. Oh, yep, here we are. Release 8th Reserve Army, yep. Yeah, that's it for Soviet movement, I think. Not a lot of movement, because apart from losing this, well, it's been a distraction, I guess, at least for the Germans. That's pretty weak, so I would like to be able to bolster it. 8. Yeah. I'm worried. Now, starting to get worried is the Russians. Things were looking okay. Now I'm worried. Rostov holds, but my frontline defenses are really thinning out. This is going to take a while for the Germans to reduce. Okay, so no combat anywhere. Recovery phase. I guess the holding box. They're disrupted. They're disrupted. They're disrupted. They have to roll a 5 is going to see them recover. What else? Scrolling up. That's everyone. That returns to the box. Okay. Supply phase. So now these guys are isolated. And they've got a roll. And a 3 on the isolation table means they lose a step. They're now out of supply. And they're now out of supply. They're out of supply. And 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 they're now isolated and must roll. And they lose a step. And they're now isolated and have to make 2 rolls and lose a step each. Oh no, they're in a fort hex, so it's +2, so they both are fine. These guys are isolated and have to roll. Top one loses a step. Bottom one is fine. These guys are isolated and the top one is fine, bottom one loses a step, and they're isolated, fine, and they're isolated in a fort, so they're fine. All right, a lot of isolated units, a lot of units about to be isolated. Interesting. Okay, folks, so that's it. No ASUs to flip over, so look, I'll wrap it up there. Let's have a look at the broader situation. So Rostov holds, but there's 2 city battle markers on it. One more city battle result, one more partial on a determined defense, and they must retreat. The Italians are holding this area pretty well. Not just holding it pretty much. Look, the benchmark as well for this turn is it's still 5. So there's a victory point in there in Milarovo. That's one more they can grab. They're grinding towards Voronezh, but as I said, I think the Soviets are going to start prioritizing this a bit more. They really thought they'd hold it. And Germans have just been grinding away, so they might put some more forces up there to hold it. It's a decent, I don't want to say it's easy to hold, but it's a good place to hold. Other than that, look, let's look up Milarovo, and then, okay, the Germans aren't far from Morozovsk, but it's fortified. And there's that fortified belt that I've built now along here, which protects the flanks. Hey Charles, I'm just wrapping things up for the day. The Germans have managed to pocket, you can see these isolated markers here. They have surrounded about a dozen more Soviet divisions. They've been trying to do this, and their failure to do that, things are looking really good for the Soviets. The fact that they were just being able to pull away from there. And then a series of very close combats through here, and the Soviets won a counterattack, and the Germans made a determined defense to stop that breakthrough from happening. Very, 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 very close and fascinating. And I love moments like that where it just sort of like hangs in the balance. Rostov holds, but the drive continues, and where's my super stack? Here it is here. This is my big stack of, strong Soviet units. Of Russia Axis units, sorry. But I've got my infantry up in the front. So German infantry have caught up. They can start joining this attack, which just helps. It means I can get more attacks on. So next turn, for example, I might attack here. 8 defense with 20 infantry. I can probably even get a 24 with just these units here, a 3-to-1 odds with a tank salute unit to make it 3-1, 4-1. It just lets me attack all along the front there. I can attack there with sort of this infantry in here, and I've still got my massive stack there. They can go back to the holding box. Along the Donets, there are probably, well, it's hard to know if there's too many Soviet units along here. I could bring some of these back and away. Oh. Yeah, bring some of them back and away to free up some of the troops, because once the Germans reach kind of this area, I don't have that defense along the river. I've got troops available up north in Voronezh. So I've got a deep Axis defense here in case the Soviets decide to counterattack. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So look, lots happening. There's so much. It's such a broad front. Here's the big picture. And there's the line. It runs up and then towards Voronezh and then down to Svoboda, along the Donets to here. This is where that push is, and this is Stalingrad, so they're not far from Stalingrad. I think they'd be upset not to have captured Rostov by now. They are behind schedule for capturing Rostov. It had fallen historically. But the Russians have been putting up a really tough defense. Yeah, all right, folks, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks, everyone. Take care, and catch you all later. Bye.